Well, once upon a time, we decided that it was time to put out a princess bundle. And today we're going to put together a princess pop-up card featuring a little crown that pops up from the center of this beautiful card. And we're just going to jump right in here because it's a pretty quick project. Here is the little pop-up element. That's our crown. And as you can see here, we've got silver foil that I ran through the embossing machine with the tiny dot embossing folder. And I kind of, I put a few of the little overlays in already just to save time. And I'm gonna just do a couple with you just to show you how to do it. Literally just putting glue on the back of each of these panels. And we're going to align it with the little flower cutout here, and also just make sure that we have the vertical orientation correct, making sure that it's nice and centered here so we have a nice even border going all the way around. Okay, so we'll do one more. You're going to repeat this process, I believe 8 times. Yep, 8 times total to get all of these panels on. And we'll have the crown pretty much all made here. Now I did hit the edges of this with a little bit of a purple. Okay, so now that we have that, I've obviously pre-folded everything here as well. And we're going to connect this little tab to the inside of the opposite side there. So let's get our glue on this tab. I'm going to work that glue out to the very edges here and just get that lined up nicely. And you can actually, once you kind of get it in place, you can fold it over onto itself. This is a symmetrical piece. And just make sure that that seam is lined up and making good contact. Okay. Now these two little tabs here, these are the little mechanisms that are going to drive the pop-up element. I just wanted to give this a chance to really dry before we move on to anything else. But that is our little pop-up element there. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna put this off to the side and just get some paper piecing done on the actual card. You can see what the inside looks like. It's a cute little banner. Okay, now one thing I do want to mention is that we have 3 different versions of the actual card base. The one that I have here in front of me is the one that does not have any score marks at all. I literally just folded this in half, okay, and created the crease. You can use a score tool if you want, but we've also included a version. The main version is the one with the perforated lines that you're used to, but we also have included a version with solid score lines as usual. Okay, so I'm going to do the inside first, and we'll take these 2 little banner pieces. You'll notice that there are some little indicators here on where to position this, but most importantly, you want to make sure that you're not obstructing the little slit here for the mechanism. So that's a good way to know where to put it as well. And I did ink this piece, and I also ran it through an embosser. Just a nice little swirly, royal looking embossing folder. So we'll get this in place. Again, look at the little indicators there on where to place it. And again, make sure that you're not obstructing that little slit, because we do need the crown to slide through that little slit in order for the mechanism to work. Okay, so that's in place, and we'll do the other side here. This card's going to go together pretty quick. I would definitely recommend taking some time to do some inking, and if you have an embossing machine and some appropriate embossing folders, especially for this piece, definitely give that a whirl. You can add so much to a card by just applying those 2 methods. Okay, so there's the little indicator there. And again, checking out the slit, making sure that I'm not obstructing it and that it's lining up as accurately as possible. like so, and press that down into place. Okay, now on each side of our little banner, we have these little tassels. Okay, and we'll just glue, it's just 3 layers. So we're gonna take the, in our case, I've got silver foil here. Where did that come from? We've got the silver foil layer that's gonna go on top of our purple layer here. So we'll get that glued down. We're gonna do this twice, one for each side of the little banner. Okay. And you can pretty much see where that goes. Just get that nice and lined up, like so. And then we have a little green piece. That's gonna go right in the larger little section in the center, like so. Now I'm gluing cardstock to foil, so I do need to be a little patient while that dries, because it's just slip sliding away over there like a Paul Simon song. Okay, same thing over here. Get our glue on, in my case, the silver foil color. There we go. And we'll just lay that down. Nice and accurate. There we go. And again, our little green piece. We're gonna let that set for a minute since it is kind of slippery. Needs a little time to set. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to dry, let's take a look at the front of the card. Okay, and actually can't really do anything with the front of the card just yet. And the reason for that is the little mechanism for our crown actually has to go through here. Then we're going to cover it up with these panels so that you don't actually see the mechanism. Okay, with that said then, I guess since we're waiting, you can actually get the crown in place. Now, what you want to do is, obviously, the little tabs here, you're going to flare these out like so, and look for the seam where you have the tab. The tab is right here. This is where we glued the 2 sections together. You want that facing forward, so as you're looking at it from this perspective, you don't see the tab in the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to literally just slide the tabs in through the slits. Let me look that up. Okay, we're not going to glue anything down yet. I'm going to hold the tabs with my fingers like that. Okay, just going to hold them there and just kind of test it out and make sure that it pops up, and it does. Okay, it's very simple. So let's close this up with the crown in there and the tabs out. Okay, now remember again, I'll show you this one more time. The seam that has the tab, you want that up towards the front. Actually, it won't even work this way anyway. It's only going to work one way based on where the tabs are positioned. So again, slide the tabs through, slide the other tab through, and kind of hold it. I'm holding it with this finger here so that it doesn't move while I try to get the other tab in there, because it's kind of has a mind of its own kind of right now. We'll close it up, make sure that the tabs are all the way in. When you fold it over like that, it's all the way in. And all we're going to do is put a tiny little bit of glue on this tab and then just fold it over. Give that a really good press so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, we'll flip it over to the other side. Same thing on this tab. I'm going to fold the tabs in, not out, like so. Press and hold. There we go. And there's our beautiful pop-up mechanism ready to go. Okay, now it's just a matter of doing some paper piecing and finishing this thing up, because there's really not much to it. So we'll grab this piece here, and you'll notice that there are a series of markers on this. One of the markers is for the little wand, and that marker is down here. So you want to make sure that you keep that marker at the bottom. Okay, and we do have, there's a little indicator right here to help you with the positioning of the corner of this piece. Okay, so we're going to glue that down like so. So let's get our glue on this piece here. Go easy on this one. We don't want this piece warping. So nice thin amounts of glue should do. Definitely around the perimeter. And we'll give it a little bit of love down the center. Ooh. And again, a little marker there on the top left. Use that as your guide. Try to get it nice and centered so there's somewhat of an even border going all the way around. That looks good. And just press that down into place. And you can see here that I did ink this with a nice little purple. If for some reason, while you're putting this top on, if you have little areas that are lifting up, and I'm going to see if I do or don't, but you can always just take a little scrap piece of paper. I'll show you. Since I usually do this anyway, especially, I know that a lot of you have seen this already, but say you have a little area lifting up, just throw a little bit of glue on the edge or the end of a piece of scrap paper and just kind of paint it in between the two layers that need a little extra care, a little extra love. Okay, so that ain't going anywhere. That looks good. All right, so now it's literally just some paper piecing here. We have this white crown. Now, before I do anything else, you can see we've got the caption in purple, the PR is connected, and the incess, that sounds bad. That last part of princess is connected. Boy, am I strange. Okay. So we're going to glue this down. Nice little caption. Okay, you can see where that goes. Literally just right on the little shadow layer. Okay, now we'll put the PR in place. Yeah, I'm just kind of squeezing a little bit of glue out of the bottom and then just dabbing it, create little dots on these little areas. It's kind of small. It's a small little area, so don't need to overdo it on the glue. And pop that right into place. Oops. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. Okay, now we have a little diamond shape that we're going to glue down right here in just a second. Get our glue on it. And you can see there's some little markers here, some indicators to help you with the alignment of this piece, just to make sure you get it nice and centered so everything looks good and symmetrical. Okay, so this guy here is going to go, you got two little markers here and then one little marker here. The top one is for the tip of the crown, and then this one is for the little corners here. Okay, so we're going to glue that down right there. And we do want to get a little bit of glue on the caption portion as well, so that that doesn't accidentally get snagged on something and then ends up ripping. So definitely try to get that glued down. Just a few little dots here and there, especially out to the very extremities there. Okay, and then get it lined up with the center and then drop it like it's hot. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty good so far. Okay, next up is our little wand. We have a silver foil piece that we're going to glue onto the white part of the wand. We want to get that nice and centered so that we can maintain a nice little border all the way around the silver part. And I think that looks good. There we go. Did I do that right? Yeah, it looks good. Okay, and then we do have some little markers there to help you with the positioning of the wand. Just get your glue on that. And I'm going to pop that right in place. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're going to open this up now and get our little tassels in place. And you can see that there are also a set of markers right next to the little banner to help you with the positioning and alignment of our little tassel here. Just to make sure everything looks nice and symmetrical. Okay, just pop that right into place. Right there. And then you always want to just give it a visual check too, just to make sure that vertically it looks good. I might just give it a little bit of a nudge to the left. That looks nice. Okay. Let's go here to the other one. There we go. And use those markers to help you. Give it a visual check. Probably scooch that over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there it is. Got plenty of room here for a sentiment, a stamp, whatever you want to do. Princess is done. Now the back, we have this piece here that's going to cover up that the mechanism, obviously. So let's do that. Just get this in place. You could also do a stamp or write something on the back of this, or if you have a lot of people that need to sign it, this would be a good place to do it as well. So you've got plenty of room to add whatever you want to this card. You can see how quickly it's going together. Really not much to it. Then we do have a little three-dimensional flower that we're going to put on top, right over the wand. And then, of course, as always, I'm going to hit this with, some rhinestones and maybe some liquid pearls, just to kind of jazz it up a little bit. Obviously, we've got some little areas here in the corners where you can add things. There's your beautiful pop-up. And let's just finish the flower real quick. So we do have a little set of leaves here. I've inked them already. What you want to do is just kind of take your finger and just pinch, crease it down and then just pinch it to make this like dimensional. Okay, so I'm using my pointer finger in the center and I'm pushing down while I push up with my thumb and my middle finger. And then once I kind of have it curved, I'll just take it and just pinch the tip like so. And do that to all three sides. There we go. Okay, got that. And I'm just going to go, let's see here. Looks like we're going to go like this. And pop that right on here, roughly. Just throw a little bit of glue on the back. And go down here. Let's see. Maybe bring it up a tab. There we go. And then take our flower here. You're going to want to grab a dowel for this. And you want to fold the petals up first. Then we're going to take and just kind of curl them back like so. Okay, just curl them back. So I'm just taking this, putting it between my finger and the dowel, and then literally just curling the paper around the dowel to make it look like that. Okay, whoops. Man, I'm messy today. That could have been disastrous. Okay. And I'll just throw a little dot of glue right on our little flower here and get that in place here. Try to get it nice and centered in that little leaf. And then just throw a dot of glue here in the center. Take our little silver circle, pop that right in the middle, just give it a press. And just hold that for a moment. There we go. Okay, and there we have our card all done. Now, of course, it wouldn't be complete without a coordinating envelope, which I have here in front of me. So let's put that together. And I've got glue somewhere. Where? Okay, so we just want to simply fold this at the score marks. Okay, and we have a little piece that is glued right in here so that we can create that little two-toned look there. And I'm going to put some glue inside this area here. Just kind of work around these little cutouts. And then I'll also, on this, do a little line of glue around the perimeter. Okay, and then we're going to pop this down. We're going to make sure that we get it centered. Oops. There we go. It's okay, it's a little bit off. Press that down. Okay, so you can see how nice that looks. And then we have this little piece here. And that's going to go, you got two little sets of markers here at the bottom to help you with the positioning of this little crown. So just get your glue on this piece here, and we'll pop it in place, close up the envelope. Our card is ready for the beautiful princess. There you go. Okay. All right. So that looks good. So we're going to take these two sides, fold them in, and throw a little bit of glue right along the inside here, all the way down to the bottom. Same thing here. Take the bottom, hold it up, and just press that down, kind of spread that glue out a little bit. Give that a moment to set. I, of course, never do. And I just want to show you that it fits, even though I don't think I've ever made an envelope that doesn't fit. There you have it. Okay. So that is beautiful, and there's our beautiful pop-up card. You can see how that works, and that pretty much sums it up, my royal family. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know that whatever lovely princess receives this is going to adore it. So if you make this or anything from our new bundle, make sure that you head on over to your Facebook page and do a search for Dreaming Tree Group. You can join myself and the now 20,000 plus dreamers that inspire us daily. And if you enjoy crafting with me, head on over to your YouTube and hit that subscribe button, or our YouTube actually. Hit that subscribe button. That lets me know that you're a subscriber and that you're looking forward to more videos, more freebies, and more educational videos as well. And I love seeing that counter go up behind me. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to crafting with you again.